This is the presentation on our short story called The Box in the Attic. This presentation is presented to you by Evelyn, Petra, Caleb, Alexis, and Ekam. To give a brief summary, The Box in the Attic is a supernatural mystery that follows Charlotte Aberdeen as she uncovers her family's dark deals and curses, trying to break it before it takes from her what is due to her. Characters. This story's protagonist is Charlotte Aberdeen, an elementary school teacher. The main antagonist of this story is the curse itself, rather than being a specific family member. Now, the supporting characters. To begin, Charlotte's husband, Brian, is a house husband that seeks to make his wife happy and his in-laws like him. The in-laws in question include Charlotte's widowed grandmother, Angela, her grandmother, Edith, the aunts Melissa, Angelica, and Claire, along with their husbands, Robert, Jason, and Marcus, and respectively, her younger sisters, Anna and Mary. Background and setting. The story takes place at a family reunion, a gender reveal specifically. They live in Salem, Massachusetts. The grandmother's house is a rather expensive three-story home bought when she was in her early 20s with her husband, having good access to just about everything, being an idyllic place. Too idyllic, perhaps. Most of the events in the story take place inside the grandmother's house. This story begins when Charlotte informed her mother that she is pregnant. Her mother insists on taking care of the planning for a gender reveal party, eager to welcome a new baby girl into the family. Charlotte finds this odd, and upon asking, her mother jokes how they have always seemed to end up having girls. Charlotte laughs along with the joke and proposes a family blessing, or curse, depending on who you ask, of only having female offspring. Excited for whatever her baby ends up being, and wants to celebrate with her family. The gender reveal begins, and it is revealed that the baby is a boy, and no one, except for her sisters, show any amount of joy, all of them on edge, and trying to urge her to get rid of the baby, though they will not explain why. This gender reveal, the story truly begins to be uncovered when Charlotte goes up to the attic for an extra table, there being more people than anticipated at the event, and instead discovers an unusual box tucked away behind decorations and clutter, as if it was deliberately hidden. Inside the box, Charlotte finds numerous items that belong to a baby boy, along with a letter that is sealed in blood. The hospital bracelet, most unusual, lists her grandmother's name and a baby boy's name. But Charlotte would have remembered an uncle. Upon being asked what is taking so long, Charlotte hurriedly puts back the box into its hiding place, confused by the contents. She then goes back downstairs, hoping to find clarity. Instead of finding clarity, her family is unusually secretive about the box and what is inside it. All of them are refusing to answer, or saying that they have no idea what she is talking about, and she must be seeing things. But Charlotte isn't buying it, and decides to do more research on her own. She returns to the box, takes the letter, and searches through the library for answers, leading her to decoding the letter. She finds it is a contract, an exchange of goods. Charlotte investigates the attic further, discovering more evidence of other male children from her family that are nowhere to be found in the present world. She finds this evidence in the form of abortion documents and ultrasounds. The names of parents coincide with her relatives. Charlotte tries to confront her family with the evidence and the decoded letter, forcing a confession. They confess to a family curse, in which their grandmother had traded her firstborn baby boy for wealth and good fortune, and the family had followed suit, generation by generation following their grandmother's rules. Charlotte finally gets the truth in full, learning the true family history that was denied and hidden from her. Charlotte, wanting to protect the life of her baby boy and break the curse, begins trying to deduce how to do so based on the information and resources that she has. Charlotte discovers that the only way to break the curse is by destroying the thing that bounds the contract, the baby bracelet of the first boy traded. Charlotte rushes to the attic, finds the box, and burns the bracelet, breaking the contract. In retribution for breaking the contract, the home bursts into flames, revoking the things their grandmother had gotten in the deal, along with taking the grandmother's life. Charlotte rushes out of the home just in time to escape before it sinks into the ground, entirely lost, and she reunites with her husband, the two still alive. The conclusion of this story is an epilogue taking place 6 months after the house was burnt down, with Charlotte in the hospital, having just given birth and holding her baby boy, her husband at her side. Charlotte decides to name her baby after the first boy sacrificed to the curse, wanting to honor him in some way. The story closes out with the hope for a better future for not only Charlotte, but her son and her family in general. The story overall is about generational family trauma, to the treatment of children, and trying to break trauma to give the following generations better chances for their futures. Thank you for listening to our presentation.